being a rabbi is a really, really, really hard job. You have to really want to be a congregational rabbi.
Rabbi Zemel was the kind of person who asked questions, and very quickly I discovered that here was someone who had a real mind. And he had a mind that drove him. It drove him to excellence and it drove him to depth. And over time, I came to appreciate him as someone who could change the face of Jewish history here in America.
Danny clearly is very interested in the tradition of Judaism, in the teachings of Judaism, in the texts of Judaism. And yet, he's equally interested in what it means to be an American and how these two things intersect.
He has such great vision for Temple Micah and for Reform Judaism. He brings so much integrity and so much intellectual rigor, and at the same time, a certain gentleness to engage other people and challenge them. And the end result is he's helped all of our congregations and the greater Washington Jewish community grow and do better and be better.
He is so well known and respected. When I tell people that Rabbi Zemel is our co-chair, they say, oh, wow, that's a serious organization if you're able to get him to be co-chair. He brings a sense of moral indignation about some of the atrocities that are happening or leaders who are behaving badly, and is always saying, we have to say something about this. Can we say something about this? What can we do about this? And really brings a sense that we need to fill this mission of being the rabbis who will stand up and say what's right and do what's just.
It was very clear for me right from the beginning that for Rabbi Zemel, Israel is a very central piece of his rabbinate and the way he leads Temple Micah. The way he does it has to do with very strong emotions to Israel, such as love and care and hope, and at the same time, deep core values that have to do with equality and with justice, and the way he kind of weaves in his teaching and his leadership when it comes to Israel. He's come here with Temple Micah groups, and every time he's asking me, let's find something new, let's find someone new for them to meet with. Who is the one voice you would want the group to hear? And through that, I've had the privilege to take them on tours in an Arab town and meet people who live there. This is not a typical trip to Israel.
You know, for me, that's a message of saying, yeah, we're still part of the same family.
Reading 10 years ago was declared the poorest community in America. People have lost hope in the community, and so my work was about how the community could come together and then create systemic transformational change. Danny came with me to Reading. He just started to talk to folks that we were working with and to try to understand what they were wrestling with, what they were seeking to create. Each time I meet those individuals from Reading, one of the things they always ask me is, how is your rabbi? He has this way of bringing Judaism into these community spaces that draws people nearer to him, where people go to him and want to hear more and want to learn more because they see the wisdom that he's bringing and the fact that as a Jew, he's also an American Jew and that cares very deeply about the health of our communities and democracy.
Rabbi Zemel's influence would also be through the many people whom he has mentored.
While I was an intern at Temple Micah, Danny treated me like I was a member of the team. I was asked to pull my own weight. I was asked for my input as if it really, really mattered. I was given the time and attention, and I was kind of let fly and learn and grow.
We should lean into the discomfort of the present in order to move forward.
I felt the words of Torah coming out of his mouth needed to be documented for me to look back on a later time. I rely on these notes when I need to think about the rabbi that I want to be, the rabbi I'm becoming, and the future that Judaism holds. And I still have this notebook.
He has the unique capacity to reshape tradition, hand it over, and then have others see the beauty of what he has managed to manufacture. Then they take it as their own and they manufacture it as well. We're talking about a constant handoff through the generations.
You know, there's a concept in Judaism called Tzimtzum. The world was created when God made space for the world to exist. And I think what Rabbi Zemel emulates is this idea of I need to make space for my congregants to exist and build something for them. And I think he has exuded and led being a yes and leader.
It's a bottom-up type of leadership where folks want to make change in the community. He allows them the space, the room to let that happen. He encourages it. He asks pressing questions. He knows what it takes, but lets them hold the power.
If you come to him with a good idea and a plan, and it fits the vision of what we're here on earth to do, he'll say, run with it. Sukkot Shalom. I was really motivated by congregants who said, we really want to do something. And I remember being at that first meeting and just being so proud of the congregation because there wasn't staff there to help make it happen. The congregants were helping to make it happen.
Danny is really special in the ways in which he lifts you up in your faith, in your belief, in your sense of hope, and in who you are. And we need more faith leaders like that in America today.